it's Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. On this tutorial, we will be creating a beautiful necklace using the newest Softlex Company design kit, French Garden, and this was their exclusive kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza. And I will leave a link down below in the description for the unboxing of this wonderful kit, as well as all the tutorials I have created with the products from the kit. And before we start creating, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps my little channel grow. And check out down below in the description for more necklace inspiration and tutorials. Let's start creating. So we are using beads from the exclusive little bead mix from Jesse James Beads. This was not included in the kit. It was just so beautiful. It had so many purples and greens. So I just fell in love with it and I bought three of them just because it's such a beautiful mix. It's probably one of my top favorite mixes that Jesse James Beads has made for Softlex. We are using purple amethyst that came in the kit, seed beads from the seed bead mix, and they're size 11 seed beads, and I'm using this beautiful butterfly bead Czech glass. I use them in all my designs. They're my favorite bead to create with, and then of course gemstones and sparkle beads as well. So I just thought it'd be super pretty since the theme was French garden to add a butterfly kind of fluttering around in the design. Let's start creating. So we're going to need about 8 or 9 inches of Softlex wire. We're going to make like a little pendant setting for our butterfly. And I just added this onto a head pin and made a loop. So we have our Softlex wire. This is a little longer, but I can always save any extra for a future project. So we're going to start by just adding one seed bead. And what I love about the Softlex wire is it acts as a needle, so you don't have to pick up the little seed beads with your fingers. And then we're going to add on one of our super sparkly top drilled briolets. And then we're going to pick up another seed bead and we're just going to alternate. And that seed bead is just going to give some spacing between the two briolets and just kind of bring in a different shade of purple. And this is just basic bead stringing. So you can see how sparkly that's going to be. So we're just going to continue to add on all of the beads. So I have 12 of my little top drilled briolets with my seed beads as spacing. We're going to add on one 2x2, and with the opposite side of Softlex, we're just going to crisscross through and give it a pull. And this is going to make like our little circle or the center of our flower for our little butterfly. We just want to double check and make sure that it will fit perfectly. Now for your Softlex 2x2s, it will hold 3 of the medium Softlex wires. So it doesn't matter which one we use, and we're just going to pass it back through to make our little connection point. Now it's up to you how big you would like your connection point to be. I'm just going to tuck these two little briolets inward for just a moment so you can see the connection point. We're just going to flatten our 2x2. Normally, I will round it for a more professional finish, but just because the placement of the beads, it's okay to flatten it. Then you can always put your little top drill briolets the correct way. So now we're just going to trim our extra Softlex. Being very careful not to trim our little connection point we just made. We have enough Softlex maybe for an earring or like a little bail, so we'll be sure to save that. And we have our beautiful little pendant. Super sparkly. So we're just going to need one 6mm jump ring and your butterfly bead, or a bead of your choice. We're going to gently open our 6mm jump ring and attach our little head pin. And our butterfly is double-sided. It's like a rainbow finish. So it's going to pick up any of the sparkle from our beautiful briolets. And we're just going to slide it over our 2x2 and give it a close. And you should hear a little click when it's completed and nice and secure. we have our beautiful pendant. So we're just going to set this off to the side for just a moment. So now we're just going to be doing basic bead stringing for our necklace, and these were beads from the bead mix from Jesse James Beads. And we're just going to attach a 6 mm jump ring to the top part of our soft links and give it a close. We'll hear that little click. I'm doing my bead stringing, I like to keep it on the spool of soft flex wire. It just acts as a bead stopper. So we're going to add this beautiful lavender bead, and you can see your soft flex wire show through it. I just feel that really adds to the design. Then we have to have a rondelle for sparkle, and these really pretty elegant bead caps, and our larger purple bead, the matte finish. And then we're just repeating the pattern until we reach this side of our necklace, and then we'll add on our pendant. So you can see how beautiful that is, just full of sparkle. And purple is my favorite color, so this mix just instantly became one of my favorites. With the beautiful amethyst color, it's just so beautiful. Perfect for spring. So we have half of our beautiful necklace, and we're ending on a rondelle. So what we're going to do is just add on our beautiful pendant with our 6 mm jump ring. And then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side with the same beads. So we're just going to start with a rondelle, and it just kind of acts as a little sparkly veil. So we'll just do the same thing on the other side and add on the rest of the beads. So we added on all our beads with basic bead stringing. Now I'm not going to have a clasp on my necklace. I'm just going to attach it to some really dainty cable link chain. It's super, super dainty. So I'm going to use 2 strands of it just to kind of give it a little bit of a clustered look, because I am using some larger beads. We're still going to keep our soft flex on the spool to act as a bead stopper. We're just going to pick up 1 2x2 and 1 link with our chain. And then we're going to add on our second one. You could attach this to a jump ring, just because the chain links are super small. I just thought this would be a more delicate look. And then we're just going to pass our soft flex wire back through. And it's going to make our little connection point similar to our pendant. And it's up to you how big you would like your connection point to be. And then we're just going to give it a squish. And this time I'm going to rotate. It's just going to round it and give it a more professional finish. Now we have a little bit of extra soft flex wire, but I'm just going to tuck that under my next bead. You can see that it's kind of going over the 2x2 as well. So now we can slide down all of our beads on our soft flex. We just want to make sure that that little extra soft flex is tucked underneath the beads. So pretty. And now we're just going to cut a good working length from our spool. Thing on the other side, we're just going to pick up our last 2x2, add on both lengths of our chain. And in the future, if you do want to add a clasp, you can just cut the chain on the back of the necklace and attach it with a jump ring. And then we're just going to pass back through our 2x2 and just slide it down. And once we have it completed, we're just going to take our pliers and give it a squish and rotate. Now we have our extra soft flex wire kind of curled on us, and we're just going to trim that. So we have our beautiful springtime necklace using the newest Softlex Company design kit, French Garden, and then we just added chain on the back of our necklace to kind of give it a more delicate look and to pull out the silver from the rondels as well as the spacers and bead caps. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'll help my little channel grow. And check out down below in the description for more tutorials using this awesome TGBE kit. Have an awesome day.